Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 29th of March, 1981. And the title is The Essence of Knowledge is I and my Baba. In order to make all of you children complete and perfect, Bap Dada gives you different points every day. However, the essence of all the points is to become the form of a point and merge everything into its essence. Do you constantly practice this? While doing everything, do you remain aware that you are a point and are doing everything through your physical organs? Have you put this first lesson into practice? This is the lesson you started with, and also the stage you have to stabilize yourself in at the end. Knowledge is of a second, and so are you able to become the embodiment of this knowledge within a second? Do you practice merging the expansion into its essence in a second? Do you find it just as easy to become the form of the essence as you do to start expanding on it? You do not forget to stabilize yourself in your form of the essence before you start to expand on it, do you? By remaining stable in your form of the essence before you start to expand on it, you will not be attracted by any other type of expansion. By practicing this while seeing, hearing, and speaking of the expansion, you will feel as though you are just playing a game. You should constantly be practicing this. This is known as easy remembrance. In everything you do in your life, both in knowledge and on the path of ignorance, two words are very useful. What are those two words? I and mine. The essence of knowledge is merged in these two words. I am a point of light, an elevated soul. I am a Brahma Kumar or Kumari, and mine is one Baba and none other. Everything is included in my Baba. When I say my Baba, my inheritance is included within that. You remember the lesson of these two words, I and mine, very firmly, do you not? When you say my Baba, many types of mine are merged within it. So, is it easy or difficult to remain aware of these two words? You used to say these two words previously as well as saying them now, but there is so much difference in your understanding. Is it possible that you can forget your first lesson of I and mine? Even a small child can remember this. You are all full of knowledge. Can it be possible for someone who is full of this knowledge not to remember these two words? By remembering these two words, you can conquer Maya. You can become free from obstacles, and you can become a master, almighty authority. However, when you forget these two words, Maya can come to you in 1,000 different ways. Today, she will come in one form. Tomorrow, she will come in another form. This is because when you belong to Maya, the consciousness of mine is very long and complicated. However, when you say my Baba, there's only the consciousness of one. The 1,000 forms of Maya die in front of the one. Have you become a conqueror of Maya in this way? Why are you taking so long to divorce Maya? It is just a matter of a second. So, why do you take a year? If you simply let go, you can become free. Simply say, My Baba, and remain absorbed in that remembrance. Time and time again, the Father has to teach you the same lesson. You teach this lesson to others, and yet you forget it yourself. You tell others to remember this, so why do you forget it yourself? What date will you fix for not forgetting? Will it be the same date for everyone, or will everyone have a different date? Can it be the same date for all of you sitting here? Will talking about everything then end? You may relate good news, but you should not talk about problems. When you open a fair or an exhibition, you cut a string of flowers with scissors. So, what will you do from today? You yourself will keep hold of a pair of scissors. It is only when those two blades come together that the string can be cut. Therefore, you should all now relate the good news that the rope of Maya's problem has ended by being cut with the two blades of knowledge and yoga. Today is the day to cut the bondage of these problems. This is a matter of a second, is it not? Are you ready? Those of you who think that you will cut this bondage after careful consideration, raise your hands. All you double foreigners will be in the list of intense effort makers. On just hearing of this, everyone's face has changed. So, what will happen when you become like this for all time? All of you will become like Avyakt angels of the subtle region. The confluence age will then become the angelic stage. Then the deities will emerge from your angels. Even the deities have to wait for the angels. The deities have to wait to see whether the stage that is worthy for them to come has yet been created. It is in the final moment that the angels and the deities will come together. The deities are waiting with wedding garlands to wed you angels. Your deity status is waiting for you. Deities can only enter perfect bodies. Therefore, they have to wait for you to become 16 celestial degrees complete in order for you to wear the wedding garland. How many degrees have you attained so far? The scene in the subtle region of the meeting between the perfect angels and the deities is a very beautiful scene. When you are still in your effort-making form and not your angelic form, the deities will observe you from a distance. Because you are not yet complete, then although they do come close to you, according to the time, you remain deprived of a meeting. You have to fix the date for wearing your wedding garland. When will this date be? When you fix the date, then according to your aim, so are the qualifications you imbibe. That date is today. This date has to be close because you need to have the stage of being free from obstacles over a long period. For only then will you be able to rule your obstacle-free kingdom for a long period. You have now become knowledgeable of all problems and how to resolve them. When you know about something, you understand what you should do without having to ask someone else. Therefore, why don't you make a move to end your problems in a second through your light and might of knowledge instead of making someone else waste time in making effort and also wasting your own time? It is just that Maya casts such a shadow on you from a distance that she makes you weak. Correct your connection at that very second. By correcting your connection, you automatically become a master, almighty authority. Maya can make your connection weak. Therefore, you have to take very good care of it. You can understand that if you become weak, it is always because your connection has become loose somewhere. Stop thinking about what happened or why it happened. Instead of asking questions, correct your connection and put it right, and everything will be resolved. You may take time to receive cooperation. You may look for cooperation to create an atmosphere and vibrations of yoga, but do not look for anyone to speak to about wasteful things or to expand on anything. It is one thing to have positive thoughts for others, but something else to think about others. The main cause of all problems is a loose connection. This is the one and only thing. To think that it isn't your part in the drama, or that you didn't receive cooperation, or that you weren't given a position is all wasteful thinking. When you first correct your connection, you will receive everything. You will be surrounded by all the powers you need. You will not even have time to go anywhere. Just go and sit in front of Bab Dada, and Bab Dada will help you to forge your connection. Even if you don't experience anything for 1 or 2 seconds, don't become confused. It will take a few seconds or a minute to reforge your connection that has even a slight break. So do not lose courage. Instead of allowing your foundation of faith to shake, you must make it even stronger. Strengthen the foundation of your faith, which is the awareness of you belonging to Baba and Baba belonging to you. You can bind the Father with this bond of your faith. Even the Father will not then be able to leave you. It is at this time that you children are given such authority. Therefore, use your authority and knowledge. Use the help of the family. Neither go in front of Baba with complaints, nor ask Baba for help. Set your program. Do not become weak by thinking, what can I do? How can I do this? And then go to Baba. Do not be afraid, but go to Baba with the support of your relationship and his help. Do you understand? Change your sanskar of going up and down the ladder at every second. Bab Dada has seen that you double foreigners come down the ladder very quickly. However, you can also climb up the ladder just as quickly. You can dance very well, but you can also perform the dance of fear very well. You must now transform this. You have become master knowledgeful. So why do you still perform this dance? You are progressing and becoming elevated through your lift of honesty and cleanliness. This specialty of yours is number one. Pop Dada is happy to see this specialty. However, you must now stop the dance of fear and start to move faster and claim a number ahead for yourself. Everyone here clearly understands that those who have come last are going fast and will come first. You may dance this dance of happiness. However, when you let go of the Father's hand, He doesn't like it, and it even makes Him wonder where you are going to wander. For as long as you hold the Father's hand, there is no question of performing any dance of fear. It is only when you hold Maya's hand that you perform that dance. Baba has so much love for you that he can't bear to see you going with anyone else. Baba knows that you have been stumbling so much and reached such a sorry state before you found him. Therefore, how could he allow you to become confused now? When Baba was in the Sakar form, you saw how when someone could go off somewhere, Baba would call, "Come, child, come, child." Whenever Maya appears to you in any way, remember these words. In order to make your remembrance at Amrit Vela powerful, first of all, make your form powerful. Whether you sit in the form of a point or in the form of an angel, the main thing is that you are not changing your form, but just simply trying to see the Father in His angelic form. No matter whether you try to see the Father in His form of a point or that of an angel, until you yourself have become that form, you cannot celebrate a meeting with Him. It is similar to when devotees look at the deity idols in their deity form and only regard themselves as ordinary. At that time, although the atmosphere is one of happiness, that impact only lasts for a short time. It isn't a lasting experience. Therefore, first of all, practice changing your own form. Then you will experience a very powerful stage. Bap Dada meeting the Dadis. You are very happy to see all the variety, are you not? Their courage is very good. Their courage is that of transforming everything they have and making themselves belong here. Their special part in the drama is to transform themselves so much that they feel they are part of this family. They have continued to progress with this feeling of belonging. There is great pleasure in seeing them all. First, there was just the one tree of the various woods of Bharat. Now, they have come from all corners of the world with their different sanskars, different languages, and different food, and have all become part of the same tree. This too is a wonder. It is so wonderful how all were one, are one, and will be one. You experience this, do you not? You also especially experience receiving everyone's love. Bap Dada meeting the Pandavas. Are all of you great donors? To give happiness to someone is the greatest act of charity and service. Pandavas are those who are constantly stable, unshakable, united, and economical. All of you Pandavas are those who are worthy of being praised and worshipped. Even now, you are worthy of being worshipped by devotees. It is just that you are not visible. Pandavas are usually worshipped in the form of Ganesh or Hanuman. Ganesh was the one who could hide everything in his stomach. Hanuman was the one who set the devilish world on fire with his tail. Even his tail was used for service. It was not a tail, punch, of asking puchna questions. You Pandavas have the specialty of stopping a bad situation. You don't spread gossip. All of you are constantly content. Are you not? The father of the Pandavas and the Pandavas are constantly combined. The father of the Pandavas can do nothing without the Pandavas. Just as the Shiv Shaktis remained in front, so too the father of the Pandavas also remained at the front. So, do you constantly remember your combined form? You don't sometimes feel lonely, do you? You don't feel that you need a friend, do you? You don't ever feel, whom should I talk to? Who can I tell this to? Do you? Those who constantly stay in the combined form experience the physical form of Bapdada with them in all relationship. The more love you have, the quicker the Father becomes present in front of you. Don't wonder how you can talk to him, because he is incorporeal or subtle. Even when you want to talk to someone about something, that does take time, because you have to look for that other person. There is no need here to look for him, nor is there any question of time. Wherever you are, whenever you call him, he comes. This is why he is said to be ever present. Do you experience this? Now, day by day, you should see and experience Bapdada's form in a practical way. It should be as though he comes in front of you and takes hold of your hand. You should see this with your physical eyes and experience it in a practical way, not just intellectually. However, in order for you to achieve this, you need to make the simple lesson of belonging to the one Father and none other very firm. Bapdada won't then be able to move out of your vision, but will constantly move around you like a shadow. You don't sometimes experience your disinterest in this world to be limited, do you? Your disinterest should be unlimited. All of you have taken on the responsibility of serving the yajna. It should now be seen in practice that you are all united and the work you do is equal. You now have to be prepared to play a certain record. What record is that? It is not a recording of words. It is the record of giving regard to one another. This record of giving and receiving regard will then be played everywhere. Give regard to the young as well as the elderly. This record of giving regard should now be played. This record now needs to be played everywhere. Your plans for self-progress and progress for the world should be made together. Churn the importance of the divine virtues. Why is it a problem to try and imbibe the virtues individually, one at a time? Put an end to that problem by imbibing all virtues and spread the fragrance of them everywhere so that everyone can experience them. Do you understand? Blessing. May you be truly loving and remain absorbed in love of God and lost in that meeting. The sign of love is that those two people in love are not seen as two, but as one. This is called being merged in each other. Devotees refer to this stage of love as becoming merged. To have this stage is to be absorbed in love. However, instead of experiencing this stage, they have completely lost their individual identity of a soul. Children, it is only when you become lost and absorbed in meeting your Father, your spiritual beloved, that you become equal to Him. Slogan: an introverted soul is a soul who observes silence of the waste thoughts in the mind. Om Shanti.